Hi everyone. Pre-tour visits again, this time outside of Nagoya. We're going to a harbor expansion. Now, this is something we've never done before. We're going to a company that specializes in working on the water and expanding harbors. Now, in this particular instance, they're building a new container port, and we're working with the president of the company. He's absolutely amazing. And he is the sixth generation. His great great grandfather back in the 1900s got started because he was a diver, and he noticed that people needed help building these ports. And the next thing you know, they have this amazing company. It is really fascinating everything he showed us. So we actually went down to the harbor, and they have a boat that they will take us out to the project on. But before that, he showed us an example of the way the Japanese have learned from the Dutch. So this kind of break for the harbor was designed by the Dutch, and the Dutch taught it to the Japanese. And as the ocean currents come into the harbor, it hits this little jetty, which then flows over the top, and the water can flow through on the other side, letting a little bit of passive water go through, but still keeping the water inside very still. And indeed, not only did he show us the example, but he showed us the actual dam that they designed based on the Dutch engineering. This is the boat that we used to go out into the harbor to view the project. Now, the first step of this harbor expansion is they have to build basically a cofferdam all the way around, and once they have that all in place, then they'll begin filling in the inside. The project takes about 3 years to do. They actually have 10 divers on site at any given time, and they're stacking these giant boulders, building the cofferdam around the outside edge, and the divers are underneath the water in about 2 to 10 meters deep of water, signaling the crane operators on exactly where to place the boulders. It's a very fascinating operation. And then they have obviously excavators on top of the cofferdam that are also placing smaller boulders, and they work in conjunction together. And then after they finish all that, they even have more amazing work to do. They have to build a huge retaining wall, and they pour these retaining walls in place. They're all absolutely flawless and perfect, and then they crane them into place, and this creates a point at which the boats and ships can pull up to the side of this new harbor expansion. It's an amazing process, and I feel so fortunate that I got to see something like this, something most people would never see.